I have to say thank you because everything I've done has been so well received here.
Estoy muy contenta porque hoy estoy con un gran actor, a great actor. Hi, how are you?
Estoy
Rami
contento
Malek.
también.
Great Spanish.
No, not great Spanish.
So.
Más o menos.
Welcome to Mexico.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. I love this country. I love this city, and I love the buena gente.
Thank you. Well, we are used to seeing play complex characters. In this case, is no exception. So, what challenges did you face when creating your character in the amateur?
The biggest challenge was how am I going to be a James Bond or someone from Mission Impossible or the Bourne Identity, because the movie requires a hero at the very core, because the scope of it is very much one of those movies. It's one of those movies you're going to the cinema for. So how do I become one of those people? Well, I can't. I'm the amateur. So what I loved about it was, let's go the exact opposite direction. Find a guy who is the most unexpected person to do the most extraordinary thing. Someone who can think on their feet, someone who's brilliant, someone who we can identify with, and someone who is at the very most way to describe him, the biggest way to describe him would be that he's just underestimated. So he feels very human. And I thought, okay, if we can make something like a Bourne Identity or a Bond film, but from a very human, relatable place, that would be an extraordinary challenge. And hopefully we pulled it off.
And how do you feel about being trained by Laurence Fishburne, because he's literally Morpheus in The Matrix?
I know Laurence and I have become great friends now. I've known him for years. And we, as actors, we go, oh, we're going to work together one day. I promise. Well, it happened. But Morpheus, yeah, that was a very special moment for me, career-wise. And acting with him, he's top notch. I mean, you know what he's capable of from all those movies, but when you're face to face with him, it's very intimidating because of how just how talented he is, intimidatingly so, really. But then when you're in the scene and you allow him to be kind of a father figure, someone who is training you, and that relationship develops, it ends up being a really central piece to the story that gives it even more heart. You think the heart comes from the loss of Sarah, played by Rachel Brosnahan, which it does, but then you develop another aspect that just takes it to another level.
Yes. And another subject, your character in Amateur lives everyday life to become a hero. What would Charles' superpowers be?
Charlie's superpower is being normal.
It's no literally.
Well, so Charlie doesn't like to travel. So I think if he could just transplant himself to any city without actually having to get on a plane, that would be his superpower. Because he's all over the world in this movie, and that's what's special about it. Is you put this guy who is he can be reclusive. He I won't say he's afraid of traveling, but it's not something he chooses to do in the way that his wife does. They're very yin and yang. So when you see him out in the middle of Istanbul in the bridge, walking through a bridge by himself, when you see him traveling through all of these cities, Marseille, going through a nightclub, this is not his usual day. But he's doing all of this and thinking so quickly and coming up with great ways to, let's say, take people down in ways we've never seen before. That's what I really love about him, is that if you ask his actual superpower for me in in more of a natural way is that he'll do anything for his wife and remembering her and making sure that people acknowledge that she can't just disappear and be forgotten. And he's going to make that known in the most impactful, explosive way.
And I have a random question for you.
Sure.
What similarities do you find between Mexican and Egyptian culture?
Familia. I think we all we're all very close. We travel together in packs, right? I think when you walk into our household, there's definitely someone cooking all day long to deliver something that is so precious at the end of the day. But I think there's a strong love for our culture, for who we are, a strong pride, but a very strong unity in who we are. But above all else, a strong sense of familia, no?
Yes.
¿Y tú? What do you think?
Calidez.
Oh,
Yeah.
gracias.
And finally, what would you recommend audience watch The Amateur?
Well, for the audience, I know we are at home sometimes and we can put on Netflix, and we wanted to make a film. It was our number one mission to do something extraordinary. And that meant to return it to the cinema, to make it I must go to the theater for this particular film. Because, if A Born Identity came out and you put it on the television, would it be the same as the first time you saw it in the cinema? I don't think so. And so we kept pushing and pushing and pushing to make you feel like, oh, I have to go to the movie theater for this. And there's every reason to. So I hope we did that, and I hope we can bring a big Egyptian and Mexican families to do it together. I've had such a great experience here in Mexico, and I have to say thank you, because everything I've done has been so well received here, and I don't know what that is, but I guess we have very similar taste. But if I have to add anything, it's just muchas gracias. Really, thank you, because I really feel welcomed here, and I feel like the work I've done is so appreciated here. So my appreciation to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for you.